Afternoon, everyone. This is Rajiv Khanna from immigration.com, the law offices of Rajiv Khanna, PC. We do this call for the community and have been doing it for decades, about 28, 29 years almost. One Thursday, we meet on this bridge, where we all are. And one Thursday, we meet on LinkedIn audio, which is highly misbehaved, but we do the best we can. In this call, people post their questions ahead of time. I have a list of 12 questions or 11 questions, which I'm going to go over first. Each time I answer a question, I will invite any follow-ups on that question that I've answered. New questions will have to wait till the very end. I'm going to lock the conference because we already have enough people, and I can't take any more questions than that. So give me 1 second. I will lock the conference.
The conference is now locked.
Okay. So now everybody who's here can be guaranteed that I will take care of their questions. Okay. With that said, let me get started. I remind you that this call is being recorded, and whatever disclaimers you heard when you logged in, they apply to all the conversations here. All right. I didn't get a chance to review the questions in great detail today. Very, very busy day. Let's say, first one is Krishna. So they were absent while they had a green card. Resident since 2020. In 22, they had 23 months of continuous presence. I guess, I don't know which years you are counting. But let's say you had 23 months, then you came back, then again, gone again for less than 1 year, then came back again, then left. Physical presence was 26 months. This is a little confusing. I don't know what you're talking about. Re-entry approval received. Both my son's families remain in the U.S. Regularly filing U.S. income taxes. Had to leave because of sister's terminal condition. I'm sorry. Okay. So assuming my absence this time is less than 2 years. I'm back before March. Is there an opportunity for a case to be made towards continuous residence? Okay, I can't follow your narrative, too many variables, but let me tell you what the rules are. First of all, there are two kinds of residence issues, those that go towards naturalization and those that go towards maintaining your green card. These can be slightly different. The rule for naturalization and also to some extent for maintaining your green card is you were gone for less than 6 months at one go. Okay? Less than 6 months. So you don't have to explain or be concerned about those periods. But if in any 12-month period you are gone outside USA for more than 6 months, government can question, are you abandoning your green card? And that period, because it is not continuous over 6 months, could still be counted as physical presence while you were here for naturalization purposes. Okay. So less than 6 months is always okay. More than 6 months is questionable. But if you have a good explanation, it should not impact your naturalization right. Because all your absences were less than 1 year, so you should be protected from any huge automatic interruption in your naturalization or green card. I hope I covered everything that you wanted to know. Press *5. If you have a follow-up question on this, press *5, please. All right. Area code. This is California. All right. Let's go to California. Yes, California. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, Rajiv, sir.
Good afternoon.
My dad posted this question. I just had a follow-on. This time around, my dad had both my parents left the United States. It's been over a year, and because of the reason that because of my dad's sister's similar condition, and unfortunately things didn't work out. But
sir, 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. But they did get their re-entry permit though, right?
Yeah, they did get the re-entry permit. I think the question was really more around naturalization, less with respect to maintaining the green card.
If they are gone for a year or more, or what is it, more than 1 year, their naturalization period is reset. Now what they have to do is, when they come back, they will not be able to apply for naturalization until 4 years and 1 day have passed. Okay?
Okay.
And in those 4 years and 1 day, they must have at least 2.5 years of physical presence, no stay more than 6 months outside USA, etc., etc. So that period is reset. Okay?
Got it. Got it.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Good luck. All right. So now, next question is concurrent H4 EAD and H1B transfer during grace period after layoff. I have an H1B good till October 24 plus 4 months of recapture. Okay. I'm on 60-day grace period. My wife has an active I-140. We are both currently in the US. Can I apply for H4 EAD and H1B concurrently? You can. But here is my concern. When you apply for two benefits simultaneously, while it is perfectly legal, whatever gets approved last would be your status. So if you apply for H4 EAD, let's say H4 got approved, and then 15 days later, or even 3 days later, or even the day after, your H1 got approved. You are back on H1. You are no longer on H4. So that is the only problem. So now you say, does the order of filing matter? No. The order of approvals matters. Okay. Whatever gets approved last in time or most recent, that would be your status. Scenario 1, a new employer applies for my H1B transfer. I file for H4 EAD upon receiving the receipt. The new employer or receiving, is this approval 797A? I guess that's the approval. The new employer cannot file for my H1B before the end of the grace period. I'll apply for H4 EAD to maintain my legal presence. Will the H1B petition override? So that I already covered. So ultimately, whatever gets approved last would be your status. If you are here, press *5. If you are here, because I'm not sure I got all your questions right. Okay, let's see. Let's make sure we get this right. So this is area code 443, which is Maryland. Okay. Yes, Maryland, go ahead. I can hear you.
Hey, good afternoon, Rajiv, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
So, yes, thank you for hosting this call.
Of course.
So my H4 EAD has been filed, and now my question is, some employers may want me to join immediately, so they will start my H1B visa
Achha,
transfer.
एक second.
So my grace period ends.
एक second. So sir, one second. Let me interrupt you for a moment. The only way you can start working for a new employer while you are in the 60-day grace period is this. Your H1 should be in the hands of the USCIS before your 60-day grace period ends. If that can be done, you can start working upon filing. Otherwise, you have to wait for approval. Go ahead with your questions.
Correct. So my attorney suggested, if the new employer files for my H1B visa transfer after the end of the grace period, so I will be in the legal status since I already filed for a different visa, H4AD, before the end of the grace period. So I will maintain my legal status.
Right.
However, they mentioned I may have to re-enter the country since they filed my H1B after the end of the grace period.
Yeah, that is possible, but you can remind your lawyers that USCIS might, if you request, might approve the H4 and then approve the H1. So there is some precedent for that. So you can request that to happen. That way you don't have to leave the US. So in one application, they might say, okay, you know what, all right, your H4 is pending. We'll approve that. Now we'll approve the H1B. Okay.
Okay. I just have just one more question. Is it possible for us to let USCIS know that only approve H4 and not H1? So essentially, I want to transfer to an H4 because my H1 is expiring anyway.
Then don't file the H1 change of status. File the H1 consular processing so you can delay it.
Okay, I see.
Okay.
All right. Yes, thank you, Rajiv, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Good luck. Somebody has a question. Okay. I hope it's a follow-up question because I won't be answering new questions right now. California, you have a follow-up question on what we talked about? area code 341, California. Okay.
Sorry, sir, I have a new question. I thought it's
No,
a new
no.
question.
New
I'm sorry.
question towards the end, in a few minutes. Okay. So just wait a few
Okay,
minutes.
we'll have to press *5 then, right?
Haji, I'll ask for it. I'll ask you to. So I should be able to cover everybody's questions. Don't worry. That's why I locked the conference, because I want to make sure I get everybody's questions. Next is Praveen 98. Multiple H1B petitions after lottery selection, new graduate. I started working for company A after graduation. Also received another grad offer from company B starting August 24. Both companies have filed for my H1B lottery. Application was selected. Good. I don't know which company I want to work for. My question is it allowed to file multiple H1B petitions? Yes, it is allowed if the companies are unrelated. Can I let both companies A and B file for my H1B and take my decision in July? Yes, absolutely. The only concern I have is what I indicated to the young lady I was talking to before we started this call. I said, look, just make sure you're not signing any contracts. But don't ask me contract questions, because they are an issue of state law, not federal law. So just make sure there are no signed contracts. You can definitely apply through multiple employers. *5. If you have a follow-up question, press *5. Alrighty. Next question. Oh, there is a follow-up question. All right. Area code 716 is New York. New York, you have a follow-up question? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi sir. Just a follow-up question. So both are completely unrelated employers, and I won't be working for both the companies. It's not concurrent H1B. So
That's
one
fine.
company will be filing, but I won't end up joining that company.
That's fine.
Totally fine, right?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Anything
That's
else?
good to hear. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Good luck.
That's it.
Okay, so this is a repeat customer. You're welcome, sir. From Illinois. Yeah, Illinois, you had a follow-up question. Go ahead, please. Illinois.
Yes, I do have a follow-up question on the thing we discussed.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, how does this person join? So if they decide to join in July with company B, how do they make sure that only company B's H1Bs valid and company A's revoked?
Let me back you up. See, what happens is people have this misunderstanding that somehow only one approval can live at one time. Okay. So let's say I have three companies, A, B, C, all filed for me. Okay. When company B's 129 gets approved, a petition gets approved, it does not nullify A or C's. Okay. So A gets approved today, B gets approved tomorrow, C gets approved day after tomorrow. All three are valid. I can take any one of them. And again, do this cautiously, but I could actually go from A to B back to A if I don't like B. Do this cautiously. It has to be discussed with your lawyers. But that theoretical possibility is there. No problem. Okay?
Got it. Makes sense. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. Okay. Let's see. We covered this one. Let's look at M. Gupta. L1 to H1 transfer, impact on EB3 and portability with employer change. Currently L1B 2.5 years. H1B picked up. Planning to start EB1C. Okay. So EB1C can only be started if you were eligible for L1A, even though you're holding L1B. Okay. So should I wait until October 1st, apply for new H1 visa status? If I switch employers next year, will I again have to restart EB? If you switch, your EB1C is gone. Oh, you meant EB3. Okay, I just saw the bottom line. My bad. I meant EB3 and not EB1C. Okay, oh, that's a totally different ballgame. So let me look at the question again. I'm planning to start not EB1C but EB3 this month. Should I wait until October? No, EB3 is so slow. Don't worry about it. If you have the opportunity to switch on to H1B, please do so. Forget about the EB3. That's what I would do. Okay? Because I-140 will not be approved by the time you change. So it makes sense to just forget about the EB3. Get the H1B. Remember, L1 cannot be extended just because you started your green card. H1B can be. So there's an advantage there. Okay. Star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. Okay. Then we come to I am Sai. Hello, Sai. STEM OPT to H1B transfer company A to company B before start date. Achha ji. Currently working for a company A from the past 1.5 years on OPT STEM OPT. Got my H1B selected this year lottery 2025 with single filing from company A. Very nice. Now I have a job offer from company B. Can I transfer my H1B to company B before October 1st? You cannot transfer your lottery. Okay. You cannot transfer. The safest thing is to join the employer after October 1st, work with them a couple of pay stubs or pay periods, then transfer your H1B. I think that's the safest thing you could do. Star 5 if you have a follow-up question. So nobody can transfer their lottery to another employer. All right. Next question. H1B transfer after acquisition. Firm A to firm C. Amendment versus termination. Morning, sir, ma'am. Yeah, kam se kam naam to yaad rakho. Sir, ma'am. I was working for firm A, headquarters in Houston. We were acquired by firm B, headquartered in Stamford, Connecticut. They have an office less than 10 miles away from current office. Okay. Acquisition was announced. I moved to the new Houston office. They should have posted your job in the new premises, even if they don't do the LCA again. They don't need to amend the H1B if it is a successor in interest. So firm B is currently filing an H1B amendment. Okay. Yeah, I think this looks okay. I mean, look, I'm sure the lawyers know what they are doing. Certainly it is possible to do it this way, although I don't know why they are doing it, because many times this is just a successor in interest and no changes are necessary. So, but yeah, they could do that. They could terminate the old employer and start the new employment. Definitely it's okay. Star 5, if you have a follow-up question, press star 5. All right. Ronak Shah says, OPT return in H1B transfer entering US with company X lottery winner versus dream job at Y company. So lottery was won through a smaller company, I guess, and there's a dream job out there. Okay. I'm currently in India. 90-day job hunt period is going on. Okay. I don't know what 90-day job hunt is. My OPT start date was 16th. I'm returning to US on 25th April. I'm returning before 90 days. Okay, I don't know about the return part. That could be problematic. My offer letter date is 1st May for both companies. I guess you are on OPT, still on OPT, huh? Are you here? Press star 5. Ronak ji, are you here? Okay, so I'm a little unclear about your question pattern. So if you are still on OPT, so I guess the 90 days you are talking about are the first year OPT 90 days. Okay. Talk to your DSO before you make any plans and then talk to your lawyers. Offer letter is from 1st May for both companies. Now the scenario is such, which company should I enter on SEVIP portal, whichever one you want to join. X company is really small, but they got the lottery. So obviously lottery is more important than the dream job as far as I can tell. So to me, it looks like just common sense that you're going to go with the company who did your H1B, and they are the ones who are going to go into your SEVIP. Can I start working with Y and work until? No, you can't maintain your lottery that way. Like I said, once the H1B is approved and you worked with company X for a couple of pay periods, more if you can, and then transferring over to company Y dream job should be okay. I'm working with Y company, not with X. Yeah, I mean, you can talk to your lawyers and see what is the best foot forward. But I would definitely recommend that at least work with the sponsoring H1B employer for a few pay periods before you transfer. Okay. Star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. No follow-up? Okay. A green card holder with short foreign employment, only an N400 submission. I became LPR, which is lawful permanent resident, which is green card holder, in 2019. Went to India a year later, stayed there for 179 days working, filed taxes. Would you recommend before submitting N400? No, why not? You should always show your employment. It is less than 180 days. You never abandon your green card. Talk to a lawyer, make sure that everything else is okay, but it doesn't look like you should be hiding anything or waiting any. It's not illegal what you've done, perfectly legal. Star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. Next question. Expediting advance parole for parental birthday. You can certainly try. No harm in trying. Okay. It can be a good personal reason. Yeah, why not? Try it. Follow-up question, press star 5. Any follow-up question on this? Okay. So you wanted to know about, this is an employer who wants to know resources for navigating highly skilled immigration programs. There are too many things, sir. Just get a good lawyer, work with them. They can coach you on the basics. See, you are dealing with 4 or 5 government agencies as well as other regulations. It's very difficult even for us who do this for a living to stay on top of everything. So, can you read something basic? Well, websites, USCIS, Department of Labor, State Department, those are good sources for basic information. But you're not going to become an expert. It might give you also false sense of security. Make sure you work with a good lawyer. Okay? So websites is what I would recommend for the type of information you need. Star 5. If there's a follow-up question, press star 5. Good. We are zipping through. Oh, excellent. This is the last question. Then I'll be inviting new questions. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Layoff impact on EB2 green card, employer sponsored versus NIW. So if your NIW is flexible enough to be used for any employer, then the layoff has no impact on your green card. Layoff on normal EB2 can have an impact only if your I-140 was not approved. Okay. So if the I-140 is approved, the priority date is yours. Then even if you get laid off, no problem. On top of that, if the I-140 got approved, stayed approved, and at least one day was on or after January 17th, 2017 of that 180-day approved, you have the right to extend your H1B through any employer. Your wife has the right to keep getting H4 EADs, even if the I-140 is revoked. Star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. Excellent. We have plenty of time to answer new questions. Anyone who has any question, press star 5. Anyone who has any question, press star 5. So far, I see only 8 questions. All right. And I'll be calling upon you 9 questions in the order that you logged in. Okay. So 10 questions. All right. Let's begin with, I guess Illinois is my permanent customer. 3126. Okay, let me just get that. 312. Where is the queue, man? Show queue. Okay. Where are you, 312? There you are. Select this. Hey, man, why can't I select this? Yeah, okay. Illinois, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, so my one more question was on the green card category. So which green card category for an individual with a master's degree in the US and 6 years of work experience all in the US is the best given approval timelines and the wait time for Indians?
EB1A, if you can qualify, but I don't think that qualifies for EB1A. Okay. So then the only category that makes sense is the national interest waiver.
Got it. Okay.
Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Next one is, let's see, this one is done. How do I say done? Done. Oh man. Done. Yes. Okay. Next one is area code 341. Where is 341 from? No, not 341. Sorry. 404, Atlanta, Georgia. Where are you, 404? Okay, here you are. 404, go ahead. I can hear you.
Hi, Rajiv.
Hello, sir.
I actually have a question about the F2 visa.
F2. Okay.
I was just wondering if people on F2 can attend academic conferences.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
And can they present in it? Like if they have a poster to show?
Absolutely. No problem at all.
Okay, so there is no restriction there. Okay.
No,
Thank
no
you so
problem
much.
at all. Good luck. That one was easy.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right. So next one I'm going to go is area code 857. 857 is Massachusetts. Okay. 857, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Rajiv, sir. How are you doing?
I'm okay, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good, sir. Thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, so right now I got layoff on H1B visa.
Okay.
I have just 21 days left.
Okay.
I got an admit in New England College, which is day 1 CPT.
Okay.
The college will start in 15 July.
Okay.
Okay. And my last day, which is 60 days period, which will finish on 1st of May.
Okay.
Now, my question is, like, can I apply for a change of status before 1st of May? But I will be for day 1 CPD, but I will be out of status for 1st May to 15 July, right?
Okay. Well, let me try to get this. Currently, you are on
Sure,
60-day grace period.
Right, sir.
The H1B 60-day grace period.
Right.
Okay. So your question is, day 1 CPT begins when?
15 July.
Okay. So USC has actually changed some of the rules. Double check with your DSO. But if you get your change of status to F1 filed while you are still in the 60-day grace period, they will ignore the May to July period. No problem.
Okay. And sir, if I want to file with you, like a day 1 a change of status.
Yeah.
What will be the process? Right, I'll reach out with your office.
Yeah, you can always
directly.
You can always send me an email to help@immigration.com. That's my email address. It has been my email address for over 30 years.
Sure.
Now, I don't recommend that you need a lawyer for this simple change of status. And I also say that if you need help and there is an RFE you can't deal with, you can hire us at that point of time. Okay. But if you are more comfortable, I always tell people, if you have more money than time, then hire a lawyer. But if you have, time, but you don't want to spend the money, then just do it yourself. All right.
Yeah, I just don't want to create a complication in future because my employer is not even giving pay stubs and everything. He's creating another problem.
You should do one thing. File a Department of Labor complaint against the guy. Okay. And the way you do that, just Google file complaint form WH4. Okay. Form WH4. WH stands for Wage and Hour Division. Wage and Hour Division of the Department of Labor. Okay. We can use that to show that you have been trying to maintain status, but your employer is being a schmuck. All right.
Okay. Got it.
That's how we do it.
Okay, sir. I will reach out to you soon, sir.
Of course.
Thank you so much, sir.
Absolutely. Good luck.
Have a good day.
You too, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay. Next one I'm going to go to is area code 619. Where is 619 from? It's from California. Okay. 1 second. 619, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Hi. So I have a question regarding B1 CPT programs and rules. I did saw your webinar which was recorded,
Ji,
but I still have some follow-up questions. So
sure.
the first question is, I have completed my master's in US already in computer science, and I'm
Ji.
trying to decide on which college to choose.
Ji.
So with respect to that, I wanted to know, like, if I'm working remotely and I do not have an office nearby,
Acha ji.
but within my current state there is office. So is it fair to choose a program which is into another state?
Okay, hold on. Let me back
It's
you up.
aligned.
Ma'am, let me back you up. So the situation is actually more basic than what you are thinking. Okay. The common sense question is simply this. If you are living in California and attending college in New York, how do you go to college? Okay. Because under the F1 rules, you have to take most of your credits in person. The COVID rules are gone. I think you're allowed to take only 3 credits per semester remotely. The other 9, 10, 11 credits, whatever that is, you have to take them in person. As long as you can show that you could attend and actually attended classes, for example, weekend classes, okay? If you had a weekend college of 14 hours, 15 hours rather than every day, and you can prove that you attended it, how do you prove that? You have flight tickets, or you have, if you drove, you filled up gas, and even if you don't need it, fill it up so we can prove that you were actually at the college. Letters from the DSO and your transcripts showing that you were attending and actually passing the exams. So the bottom line is, how did you attend classes? It doesn't matter where you live. Okay?
Okay. Second question with respect to that is, I understand the program that I would be choosing has to match, like the curriculum has to be aligned with my job duties. Is that understanding correct?
For the CPT, it has to be yes, because you are getting credits for practical work. So just like when you were in college and let's say you were studying analytical chemistry, or let's say just studying organic chemistry, okay? Obviously, if you were doing practicals in chemistry, they were organic chemistry. You were not doing practicals related to zoology for organic chemistry. So the practical has to match the theoretical.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Third question is,
आपने
if
2
the
कहा था.
EAD,
You said 2. चलो एक बढ़ा देते हैं. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I have another question. Let's say the start date of the program is after EAD end date. In that case, if we take a company, basically leave from company for which we do not get paid for, other than that, is there any rule that has to be made sure that we are following?
Okay, hold on. You are currently on OPT?
STEM OPT.
STEM OPT. So you have that total 150 days grace period for STEM OPT, OPT combined, right? Where you don't have to work. If you are out of work for
I have used,
Ji.
Yeah, I have used some, but I do have some left.
Yeah, if you have that period, then the fact that you are using that at the end of your STEM OPT, I don't think it should be a problem. At least I don't know of any rule that it should be a problem. Okay?
Okay. And sorry, but I have one last question.
बढ़ते जा रहा है? Yeah.
So because the college should have CPT inherent in their curriculum, so that's the kind of college one has to choose, is what I understand.
Yeah.
But in case we lose job in between semesters, or
you have a problem.
The start of the semester.
Yeah, you have a problem. You probably have to drop the course. Talk to the DSO how that works. Because I'm not sure how that works. I've never had that situation come up. I haven't looked at the regs for that. But I think you'll have to drop the course. But then ask the DSO, if I drop the course, I go below full-time. Okay, because you're required to maintain full-time credits. So DSO से बात करिए इसके बारे में. All right?
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you so much for answering.
You're welcome. All right, let's go to area code 341. I don't know where 341 is from. 34 नहीं 341 नहीं है. Next is 901. 901 is Tennessee. Okay, where is 901? Here's 901. Tennessee, I can hear you. Go ahead, please. Tennessee.
Hello, Rajiv sir.
Hello, sir.
So I am working. Rajiv sir, can you hear me?
Gigi, I can. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So I am working on L1A visa currently, and my wife is scheduled to be here in the US next month. So I need to know, I heard about L2A status that allows spouses of L1A
Sir,
to
एक
work
second.
from
Sir,
the day they land here.
एक second. When did she get her visa stamp?
Her visa got stamped last month.
So what will happen is when she enters the USA, she'll be given an I-94 that is automatically work authorized.
So she can straight away apply for jobs because
वो
we are having a
आज
job aligned for her.
आज लैंड करती हैं, कल वो आपकी जनरल मैनेजर बन सकती हैं, both outside the house and inside the house.
Super.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Okay, now let's see who's next. ये न्यूयॉर्क है 917. Okay. New York is 917. Yeah, New York 917. I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Rajiv ji. I'm back. So I have a question around the bond that the employers gave it to me while I was signing the offer letter, right? So it clearly mentions that should an employee voluntarily terminate his employment within the first 12 months, the employee agrees to repay 10% of his annual salary at the time of termination, right? This is to cover the retraining and the hiring of the replacement. So are the bonds legal here in this case? To repay, or
I have written extensively on this. I have I think almost a 10-page article on this with one of the legal publications. If you go to immigration.com, on the very top panel, you have information about us. There you can find publications, the legal publications that I have written. There are at least 3 of them that deal with liquidated damages. Liquidated damages. The bottom line is, they are very dangerous for the employer. They should be very carefully written. I won't say that they are always illegal, but chances are they are going to be problematic for the employer. Okay.
For the employer? For
the employer, not for the employee. Because, you can't, just because somebody is working for you on a visa, you can't hold them hostage कि, तुम्हारे बच्चे भी मेरे नाम से चलेंगे, everything I own you. ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता ना कि अगर मेरा नाम गिरधारी लाल employer है, तो बच्चे का नाम भी मेरे नाम से रखना पड़ेगा. Because I own you. And what nonsense. Right. So therefore, this idea that liquidated damages are going to be put in all these clauses, I think it's very dangerous. None of our employers, I represent hundreds of employers, I have never ever allowed our employers to put down liquidated damages. Maybe one employer who had a very genuine case, and that too was done in discussion with their corporate lawyers, contract lawyers. But these provisions are so dangerous, they should be avoided. Not good for the employers. Okay for the employee.
Okay, got it. Thanks. But if I really want to switch to another company and, they come after me saying that I need to pay, shall I go to an immigration lawyer or an employment lawyer?
You'll do both. This is a beautiful country. Any damn fool can sue anyone. Okay. So it's not a question of who can sue you. You can be sued. But the question is how far the suit will go. If there is no grounds for the suit and there is a Department of Labor complaint filed for this kind of practices against the employer, where will they go? It will be a very problematic issue for them. So what you will do is, if the employer threatens to sue or sues, you should talk with a contract lawyer first. Give the contract lawyer my articles and say, look, this guy says there's a problem with these kind of cases. And if they want to talk to me, they can always call me. All right.
And what is a contract lawyer, sorry?
Lawyers who practice commercial contracts, business contracts, employment contracts, they are also, they are usually, they are employment lawyers. So actually, to be more specific, you want an employment lawyer who understands employment contracts. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is in regards to the full-time opportunity I'm on in right now. So
just go ahead and talk to, an employment lawyer. They should be able to assist you. All right.
Of my state, right? So if I live in Illinois, I need
It
to talk
depends
to
upon
a contract lawyer in India.
the contract will tell you which state law applies. Okay. Look at the last 5-6 paragraphs. It will say this contract and its provisions will be governed by the law of the state of Georgia, or whatever the state is. A lawyer in that state. Okay.
But the offer letter doesn't mention anything at the bottom. So in that case,
there's probably a contract, right? Did you have a separate contract or just an employment offer?
Oh, I have a separate contract. That doesn't mention this.
Exactly. So you look at the contract bottom few pages, a few paragraphs. It will tell you which state law applies. All right.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Let's go on to the next one, which is 470 Georgia. Georgia, I can hear you. 470. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Rajiv. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
I have 2 questions. I'm on F1 OPT, and my OPT is expiring in July. My spouse is on H1B, and her extension is coming up in September, or September end. So her employer is ready to do my H4 and EAD together with the extension. They're bundling it together.
Okay.
So my question is, the information they gave us is that my change of status can start from July when my F1 ends, and I can be on H4 if we do the premium.
Right.
And her extension will still stay the same time from September.
Yeah, that sounds.
Is that information correct?
Yeah, that sounds correct. Now, I'm assuming what you're saying is because September, July, which year, doesn't matter. Bottom line is, if your H4 starts way after her H1 starts, that should be fine. Your H4 cannot
Not
start.
way after, it's before.
No, how can it start before? Until you get the H1, how can H4 start?
She's already on H4.
फिर क्या problem?
She's already on H4.
Yeah, then there is
so
no problem.
It's extension.
I think that should be fine. I think that, let me think about this. So I'm applying for an extension. I've got a guy. Okay. They will not give you, no. Unless her H1 is approved, they will only give you an H4 that is coextensive with your H1. So in other words, if her H1 expires in September, okay, and you apply in July, you'll get H4 approval only till September.
But we are bundling with the extension.
It doesn't. Oh, if they are bundling with extension?
From the,
okay, hold on. Let me think about this again. So now we are applying in September or we are applying in July? For you?
We are applying right now, next month.
Right now, okay.
Same, together.
We are applying
we are
right
applying
now.
Extension.
Okay, she is extension. Your H4 is being requested from which date or month?
July.
I think it should work out.
I mean, this year.
Yeah, I think it should work out. I don't see any problem.
Okay. And the second question I have is, she's on H1, right? And she has already stamped on H1 already. And if she gets selected for the next pilot program for the USCIS stamping here, within the state, can I apply?
There is no first time stamping within USA. There is no such pilot program expected, as far as I know. These are only.
So she
she has a visa already on her passport.
Yes, I don't.
I don't know how they will treat your H4. I have no idea. But of course, she could do hers. Usually, H4s are pretty easy to stamp. I don't know if you'll be covered under pilot program. I have no idea. Okay.
No worries. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's go to area code. Finally, area code 341, California. 341, go ahead, please.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
या सर मेरा ना एक क्वेश्चन है कि मैं जब F1 पे US आया था तो वहाँ पे मैंने F1 का जो DS 160 है उसमें मैंने एक इंटर्नशिप करी थी एक रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट में।
अच्छा।
और मैंने वो लिखी थी वहाँ पे F1 के DS 160 में कि मैंने वो इंटर्नशिप करी है। ठीक है। अभी मेरा आई एम वर्किंग फॉर वन ऑफ द बैंक कंपनी। ठीक है। अभी तो अभी फिर क्या हुआ कि मेरा H1B पिक हो गया। ठीक है। और अभी जब H1B का फॉर्म आया है मेरे अटॉर्नीज का, तो उसमें वो मेरा पूरा एम्प्लॉयमेंट हिस्ट्री मांग रहे हैं स्टार्टिंग से। और हुआ क्या कि मैंने देखा मेरे पास उस रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट का कोई भी लेटर नहीं है, एज इन ना ही वेरिफिकेशन ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट है, ना ही ऑफर का लेटर है, बेसिकली नो प्रूफ। मतलब मैंने वो रियलिटी में सच्ची में इंटर्नशिप करा था, ऐसा कुछ फेक नहीं था, बट मेरे पास कोई प्रूफ नहीं है। आई वाजंट केयरफुल बैक देन। ठीक है। तो फिर अभी मेरे को, और मैंने अभी वो प्रोफेसर को कांटेक्ट करने की ट्राई करी और वहां पे रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट को कांटेक्ट करने का ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, तो कोई रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहा है। मैं एक्चुअली रात को भी जगा रहा कि वो रिप्लाई करें, कोई रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहा है। तो सर इस केस में मेरे को क्या करना चाहिए? बेसिकली अब मेरे पास एक ऐसी इंटर्नशिप है जो कि मैंने F1 के DS 160 में भरी हुई है और मेरे पास कोई प्रूफ ही नहीं।
होल्ड ऑन, बैक अप, टेल मी what is the question the lawyers are asking you exactly?
लॉयर्स बोल रहे हैं कि अपनी सारी एम्प्लॉयमेंट हिस्ट्री भर के दो, मतलब कि जो भी आपने अभी तक काम किया है आउटसाइड इंडिया।
Look, I asked you exact question. Employment, internship is not an employment.
Okay.
If the question
so
asks
for, I need not.
I don't see the question has nothing to do with employment.
बट सर मेरे को मतलब ये लग रहा है कि मैंने F1 के अपने DS 160 में वो इंटर्नशिप मेंशन किया हुआ है कि मैंने वो किया था। अब मतलब अब जैसे
हेलो,
यस सर।
हाँ, तो आई डोंट थिंक वी कैन कंसिडर द internship for at least the purposes of an H1B to be an employment. So it's up to you. अगर आपने सोचना है, डरना है, वो आपकी चॉइस है. As far as I am concerned, I think we can ignore it. All right?
Okay, सर। और मैं जब अभी H1B की स्टैंपिंग के लिए जाऊंगा, तो जब मेरे को तब नया DS 160 भरना होगा, तो उसमें should I
follow the same pattern? Follow the same pattern that you did the last time. Don't try to change the information on the DS 160. If last time you said that you had an internship, go ahead and put it down. Okay?
But what should I do if the visa officer asks me कि इसका proof दिखाओ कि
what is the truth? What is the truth?
सच्ची में किया मैंने, मतलब I'm not lying.
So the truth is I don't have any proof of it. The truth is I don't have any proof of it. So what? So what?
So they can't deny me entry based on that.
करने को तो वो कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, but there's no legal ground for it.
अच्छा, तो I am like fine even if I don't have.
This is something you are saying. I'm not saying it. I'm just telling you what is the legal path. What will happen on that path, I don't know.
अच्छा.
All right. So
okay, mostly मतलब उससे वो deny नहीं.
वकील हूँ, ज्योतिषी नहीं हूँ. Okay. So this is what I would do if I were in your place. Let's put it like that. ठीक है?
Okay, मैं बस डाल देता हूँ. ठीक है. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. All right. So and there is another question in between. कहाँ से आ गया ये? Sorry. Let's see. This one is done, but there is a question in between. There are two more left. That's it. One is from area code 518. पहले 518 को deal करता हूँ because that's the one who logged in first. 518. How do I bring this up? Why is it not showing up? Oh, here it is. Okay. Show queue and go to 518. 518, it's New York. Go ahead, New York, please.
Hello, Rajiv, sir. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Ji.
My question is, my sister came to US on a visit visa.
Ji.
And unfortunately, she got sick and she had a stroke here. We have all the documentation from the hospital that she was hospitalized and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So we were trying to get the I-539 approved for her. So she's unable to leave by the date they stamped on her I-94.
Ji.
So the exit date is going to be extended. We will be requesting for extension.
Ji.
What are the chances for her approval? Do you have any, suggestions for
As
that?
long
Or
as you
how
can,
does it impact
as
the
long as you
future
can,
coming back to US?
as long as you can document the hospitalization, etc., chances should be good. But once again, like I said, I am not an astrologer. I'm just a lawyer. To me, it looks like a good case for an extension. Extension has consequences that go beyond my current time limit. You want to know about these extensions? Google my name, Rajiv as Khanna, Economic Times. I've written an article about the impact of B1, B2 extensions. Go read up there. Okay. If you have any follow-up questions, come back to me, but I don't think you have a choice. All right.
Okay. Does it impact on the future coming back because she has multiple entry?
That's
visa,
what I
but
have written the
unfortunately
article about. So please go read it. All right. I don't want to repeat
Thank
it.
you so
It's
much.
it's a long, complicated issue. Government has been doing some weird stuff, which I don't agree with. But you know what? Even if they say you have to restamp the visa, it's not a big deal because I think she has a real good case for restamping. And the real restamping is not taking more than 3-4 months these days. I just checked the times yesterday. It was 100 some days. So, yeah. So that's why I'm not going to address this. It's a long issue. All right.
Okay. And also, I was wondering, because her children are younger and we were trying to have them come here because they have been missing their mom for so
वो
long.
तो नहीं होएगा.
She was admitted
That
and
will
then
be
now she's having therapies and stuff.
that will be a miracle if they are able to get that, because they are going to think it looks like she's going to stay there. So that will be difficult. कोशिश कर सकते हैं आप. There's no harm in trying. As long as you tell the truth, you can certainly try.
Right.
All right.
Right. I mean, she's on therapies and she's on cardiology, under treatment for cardiology and neurology issues both.
Ji.
So
Yeah, you can try, ma'am. I can't predict how it's going to go. There are too many variables for me to comment authoritatively. All right.
But in your experience, you have seen
I
that
think
usually
I think it's a tough case.
It's a tough case, you're
Yep.
saying?
Yeah, tough case for a tourist visa for children.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Good luck, ma'am.
But for her extension, we should stay positive that
You have no choice. You have to do the extension unless she's fit to travel. अगर तो fit नहीं travel करेंगे तो what is the debate? Go ahead and do it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Good luck.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Area code 669, California. Last question. Go ahead, please. California.
Yeah. Hi, Rajiv ji. Thanks for doing this.
Yes, sir.
So I am currently on F1 STEM OPT, and my EAD end date is 14th April, which is like this Sunday.
Ji.
I got selected in this year's H1B lottery.
Okay.
And my employer currently, like, I'm working as software engineer. So my employer has filed my petition on last Friday, 5th April.
Okay.
And it was delivered to one of the USCIS logbox location, and
Wonderful.
I have like FedEx proof of delivery.
Wonderful.
My issue is related to cap gap because I am on STEM OPT.
Ji.
So I didn't get receipt notice yet. And I talked to my DSO, so they told like you need to have receipt notice or approval notice for them to give me cap
Yeah,
gap.
but what do you care?
But currently,
Because
like, I don't have it.
yeah, cap gap is automatic. You don't need a new I-20. You can just, if you have proof of delivery, the employer can continue you working, no problem. Okay.
But I talked to my current employer, so they are also saying like if you have filed premium processing, then we can do it, or else like you need to have like approval notice.
That's incorrect
service record is
information.
not updated.
That is incorrect information.
Okay.
If you have proof of delivery, you are automatically covered by cap gap. Cap gap I-20 is merely evidence. It's not required. Okay.
Yeah, but my university DSO told like service record.
I
is not
can't
updated
comment
yet,
on what
so
other
that's why,
people.
like,
I can only tell you what the law is. Okay. The DSO should have told you, look, if you want me to issue you an I-20, a cap I-20, I need to see proof of filing. Otherwise, if you have proof of filing, talk to your lawyers. You may be automatically authorized to work because there is no requirement that you have to have a cap I-20 from school to continue working. All right.
Okay. One more question is like if let's say like I don't have receipt notice and they don't agree, right? So still like once I get receipt notice, I can ask for cap extension.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. Because if the notice says or shows that your H1B was filed before your current April expiration, you're automatically entitled to get a cap I-20. Whether it is issued 15 days, 20 days later, it shouldn't matter. Okay.
So the receipt notice will have date when like it was delivered, or like whenever they started working on it.
It should have the date it was delivered. Usually a day or two off the real date, but that's okay. All right.
Okay. So for this time, like due to lockbox location, how many days we can expect?
I have no idea, sir.
Notice?
I have no idea. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck. All right, folks. This is very good. We finished just 2 minutes before 1:30. Good to see you all. I've got to run. I'll see you again next Thursday on LinkedIn. Stay well. Bye-bye.